Hello everybody and welcome back to Building Tutorials. And today I am going to be starting a brand new build. Last episode I finished building the town's fair here, which I think looks really nice. There's a bunch of different rides, a bunch of different mini games that you can play, a lot of really cool stuff, and the villagers also like it. As you can see, they're running around here exploring the place. But today I am going to be starting a brand new build. Now if you do have any suggestions for builds that you'd like to see me make sure you post them in the comments and I will randomly pick one for my next build. But today what I'm going to be working on building is a castle. Now, I'm not really sure where I'm going to put this. I can either put it over here in this space, or I can build over on like that side or over here. One of the things that I could do is I could actually connect up the train station to it, because over here, I think I can extend this out further this way if I wanted to. So I'm going to put the castle right over here in this space. There's kind of a hole over here from a test when I was building the museum here. There was some explosions, but I don't think the castle's going to go that big. So I'm going to build it right here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get some cobblestone, because cobblestone is going to be the main block for this. I'm also going to use a combination of mossy cobblestone as well. Probably going to use stone bricks and mossy stone bricks. This is going to be kind of like the ground. So I'm going to grab some of that as well. So the first thing that I want to start with is marking out where I'm going to put this. This is how I kind of start every single build, is I get my torches and I kind of mark out an area of where the castle's going to go. So I'm going to count out probably like 20 blocks over that way. Alright, so that's 20 blocks over in that direction. And then I can either go another 20 blocks that way and just make like a big square, or I can make it a little bit bigger. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to extend this further. Make this like a lot longer. So if this is 20 blocks here, I think I might go either 30, maybe 40 blocks in that direction. So let me count out some more. Okay, so I've just moved the torch here. This is now 40 blocks away from that torch over there. So I want to make this like a square building. So I'm going to go another 40 blocks in that direction. And then I'm going to build cobblestone walls that connect all these different torches together. Okay, so I've now got all the torches put in the right spot. So now we should have a perfect square here. So the next thing I want to do is I want to build these towers. So on each corner, I'm going to build a tower. So I'm going to build it around this torch. So I'm going to go 3 blocks on each side here. And then I'm going to build this up. I'm going to go probably 7 blocks high. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so there's 7 blocks high. I'm going to go ahead and put the floor here. So the floor is going to go there, and then I'm going to build an extra block on top like this. Alright, so there is 7 blocks high. The next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to build the floor right here. And then I want to build some blocks on the side here. I think I'm actually going to put them like this. So I'm going to put some blocks on the side. And I want to also put some slabs on top as well. So if I grab some cobblestone slabs, put those on top like that. There is kind of like a gap here. So for this gap, I'm just going to put a slab down like that. And that is the first tower for the castle. The next one is going to get built right over here and built the same exact way. I'm going to put 3 blocks on each side around the torch like this. Build it up 7 blocks high. And then I'm going to build a wall that goes all the way over to here. And then there's going to be the main entrance is going to be in the middle of the two towers. So somewhere right around there is where the main entrance is going to be. And I want to build a moat around the whole castle. I don't know if I'm going to get like a fully functioning like drawbridge, but I at least want to build probably like a pit of lava or something around the entire castle to kind of keep mobs out. Because as you can see, there's a lot of slimes around here. There is actually an iron golem over there who's getting rid of all the slimes, but I want to have a little bit more protection than just an iron golem to protect us from all the different mobs that are trying to attack the castle. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to build the other 3 towers, and then I'm going to connect them all up with a cobblestone wall like this one. Okay, so I've just finished building the wall here. This is what it looks like now. And I actually did a little adjustment to the floors here. So instead of using solid blocks, I went ahead and put slabs. So normally when I did the blocks, they would go right there. But I built these slabs half a block down. So that way, when you run across here, there's kind of like a little bit of a ledge. And I'm going to add on top of this, I'm going to add a block like that. And I'm going to go every other block and just kind of add an extra block on, and it'll make it look a little bit better. Now inside here, this is actually open, so you can actually run through the wall into each of the towers is how you're going to get into the tower. And then I'm going to build probably some entrance to be able to get inside of the wall here. So now I've got an opening here to where you can go into each of the towers. I do need to build a ladder so you can climb up to the top. The way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to put probably on like this far wall here. If I grab, doesn't really matter what trapdoor you use. None of these really fit well with cobblestone. So I'm just going to use like a spruce trapdoor. I think that would be good. And then I'm just going to grab a ladder. And the cool thing about the trapdoor is that it's actually going to be set into the floor a little bit because I use slabs. So it'll look a little bit better. I'll just go ahead and build a ladder straight up like this. So that way you can climb up, close the door, and that's how you can get up into the towers. So I'm going to go through and put all the blocks on the side of the wall here. And I'm actually going to leave a 2-block gap instead of a 1-block gap. So that way there's a little bit more space in between each of the blocks here. I think that'll make it look a little bit better. So this is what it looks like from the ground. I think it looks really nice. So the next thing I'm going to do is the same thing that I did over there all the way along the wall until I make it back to that side. So I'll see you once that's done. Alright, so now that I've got all the blocks put in, the next thing I wanted to do was build the actual floor. And for that, I'm going to go and use the fill command. So I'm going to get the coordinates for this block and that block over there. And I'm just going to fill in this entire area with stone bricks. And then later on, I'm going to go through here and just kind of like break away blocks and then just scatter some like mossy cobblestone throughout the wall like this. So that way there's a little bit of mossy cobblestone, mossy stone bricks throughout the wall and the floors. Alright, so I've put in the stone brick floor. So the next thing I want to do is I want to actually put in the door. Now the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to find the middle of the building. So I'm going to go ahead and build out blocks on each side until I can figure out where the actual middle is. And that's where I'm going to put the door. Okay, so I've found the middle of the wall here. It is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and break away all these blocks. And I'm going to build the front gate right here. So that's where the front gate's going to go. And I want to surround this in wood. And I'm going to build this out of spruce wood. So it's going to be spruce and cobblestone is going to be the theme for this building. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some spruce wood like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing right here. Just kind of fill this in here with spruce wood. And now I want to grab some oak logs here. Is what I'm going to use is kind of like a gate that would lower down. Now, the way I've built the door, it's not really going to work. I need like one extra block to be able to make it work properly. So I think instead, I'm just going to put the wood like that. I think that should look good. It's kind of like the gate that would come down. So that'll come down and block up the front here. So if it was fully filled in, this is what it would look like when it's closed. And then this is what it looks like when it's open. So I think that's a really good door right there. You can walk in. The next thing I wanted to do was build the moat around the castle. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to first build out a bridge. I'm going to have probably 3 blocks. So these 3 blocks is going to be where the moat's going to be. So I'm going to build this wood bridge out across here. Probably have 2 extra blocks like that. So what I could do is I can actually break the bedrock layer, and instead of having like lava at the bottom, I could just have it just send you straight into the void. Or what I can do is I can build an extra block below the bedrock and then fill this in with lava. I could do that. Or I could just put the lava straight on top of the bedrock. So the bedrock's going to go there. And then the only thing with getting lava is it might actually burn the bridge. I don't know if I have fire spread turned on. You know what would be cool? Instead of using lava, I could just put magma blocks down. Just get rid of this and fill this in with magma blocks. That could be a cool thing to put at the bottom. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to clear out all of the dirt in this area. So it's going to go all the way to this block right here. Now, the easiest way to do this is probably the fill command. So if I grab the coordinates for the 2 corners here and then fill this with, I think it's called air. If I just do air block, yeah, it deletes everything. So then I can go through and fill this with the magma blocks here. And this would be like the moat. The one thing I do need to do is break away these blocks here. So I'm going to get rid of these blocks as well. And I'm going to just use the fill command to make this a little bit easier to break away all these different blocks. Okay, so I've got the moat put in now. I think it looks really good. So we've got magma blocks all the way around. So any of the slimes that try and get in, they're not going to be able to. The one thing is there is actually 1 extra block of dirt. So I think what I might do is get rid of this and add an extra bit of magma blocks down at the bottom. I'll do that off camera so that next episode, this will be fully surrounded in magma blocks. But I think this is a really good start to the castle. This is what it looks like from the front. I do need to go through and put in all the mossy cobblestone. I'll have that put in for next time as well. But inside here, looks like there's a bunch of slime balls. So I'll go ahead and pick those up. But inside the castle, I do want to build some like maybe shops for the villagers that come in and sell stuff. I do want to build like in the back here. This is going to be like the main like room for the castle. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this down the middle. I think this is the middle here, or at least it's close to it. So I'm going to split it right there. And this is going to be all inside. So I'm going to build this wall all the way up to the top of where the outside wall is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the ceiling here up to the top. And that way this whole area is going to be enclosed, and this is going to be the inside of the castle. And I'm going to work on building that next episode. Okay, so now that I've got the ceiling put in here, the next thing I want to do is I want to build some sort of a path. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to use for a path block. I think I might just continue the spruce wood. Since I've used stone bricks for the main floor, I'm going to use wood as the path to get around the castle here. So I'm going to build a path that goes straight into this back room here. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. I'm going to build the same door that I've got over there. So I'm going to go ahead and fill this in with some wood like this. I think I might put some gold blocks at the top here. So if I just grab some gold, put this at the top like that. That way it's a little bit different. So we've got that. And then I'm going to go ahead and build the rest of the path here. So there's that. The next thing I need to do is build paths that go out from here. And then I'll have a bunch of different little shops set up inside of the castle area here. But I think this is a really good start. It looks really nice from out here. I do need to bring the path that's over here. I need to probably get a shovel and bring this over to the castle. So if I just get my shovel out here, I can go ahead and create a path that connects to the castle here. The only thing is I'm not sure where I can connect it to the main path. I think if I just build it like this, that should be fine. And then these 3 blocks here will go all the way over to this path. So that's how the villagers are going to be able to get over to the castle. So there's that path. The only thing is, this is kind of a weird area here. I might actually build the path going off of here, so that way it looks a little bit better, because there's already a path on that side. And then I'll go ahead and get rid of these blocks like that. That looks a little nicer. There we go. So that is the start to the castle. Next episode, I'm going to work on building more of the inside. But that's going to be it for today. So I'm going to go and end the episode here. So make sure to leave a like and to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.